This is Mayor Ron Anders with the Mayor's Minutes from our November 15th Auburn City Council meeting. We began last night during the Committee of the Whole by making the City Council made 4 appointments to the Auburn Tree Commission. City Council reappointed Seth Hunt, Jennifer Morris, and Donna Young, who have all served 1 full term, and they will now be serving a 2nd full term, and we appreciate all 3 of their efforts and their investment in the Auburn Tree Commission. And then the City Council appointed Sid Coleman to a 1st full term. So thank all of those members of our community for wanting to serve Auburn through the Tree Commission. During our regular Auburn City Council meeting last night, the City Manager announced a board vacancy for the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board. This is the board that meets monthly with the Parks and Recreation Leadership Team to help with policy and programming and other determinations that they need to make on behalf of our citizens for Parks and Rec. This term would begin on December the 21st of this year and would end on November the 30th of 2026. There is an incumbent for this position who has served 1 full term and will be seeking a 2nd full term. Under contracts and agreements last night, the City Council approved the purchase of 10 Harris Mobile radios for the police department. This is $28,000, a little over $28,000, a budgeted item. The City Council approved the purchase of a replacement CUES TV inspection camera for our sewer men and women. This is $18,000, and this again was a budgeted item. The City Council approved the purchase of 14 Dell laptops for our police department. These are actually the laptops that are carried in our police vehicles. Again, this was a budgeted item. The City Council approved the purchase of a Chevrolet Tahoe for our fire department. This is $37,000 budgeted item. The City Council approved the purchase of 624 rollout carts for garbage and 624 rollout carts for recycling from the Toter Company. Both of these purchases were almost $40,000 apiece. These cover new residents in our community, but they also replace broken down carts that we have. I would say in particular with recycling, over 85% of our citizens now are participating in our recycling program, which is outstanding, and certainly we need the capacity to collect your recycled materials each and every week. So the City Council did approve both of these purchases. And then finally, the City Council approved a contract with Woolpert for the Lee County Cooperative Aerial Project. This was $184,000. Almost every department at the city utilizes this technology, and you, our citizens and our public, can also utilize this technology by going to auburnalabama.org/maps. This provides an aerial view of everything that we have in our city, and from an engineering perspective, building future roads, doing future land planning, anything to do with the city utilizes these maps. And then as we got into ordinances last night, the City Council approved traffic control signs and devices for the silos at Conway subdivision. This is stop signs and 25-mile-per-hour sign within the subdivision. City Council also tabled a rezoning last night of 5.6 acres from LDD to CDD. This property is located at 3022 Cox Road. Councilman Tommy Dawson asked the City Council to please wait and allow him some more time to study and understand what the potentialities are with this property. Under contracts and agreements, the City Council approved a contract with Bradley Heating and Plumbing for the installation of air conditioning to the Frank Brown Rec Center and the Boykin Community Center gymnasiums. This is $578,000. This money will come from our ARPA funds that we received from the federal government recently. City Council also approved recovery funds to East Alabama Health for $3.3 million. This money also comes from our ARPA funds. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, East Alabama Healthcare found it necessary to hire contract medical staff due to staffing shortages and challenges in the healthcare industry in response to the pandemic. My observation was that East Alabama Health did a tireless job to take care of our community. They created a vaccination clinic. They accepted people not just from the city of Auburn and even Lee County, but from all over to make sure that they cared for them in the best manner possible. To do that, they had to hire a lot of people, particularly people from outside this community and outside the state who are part of the travel industry of healthcare. And they did that aggressively so they could take care of all of us. The East Alabama Health leadership approached myself and Mayor Gary Fuller about supporting some of their overages that were created during the pandemic, and we're happy to utilize this money that we receive from the federal government. This is not coming from the City of Auburn's general fund to help support East Alabama Health Care as they move forward. City Council also approved the purchase of 2 2024 Mack LR and Hill automatic side loading refuge refuse collection body trucks, and these will be used in the Environmental Services Department, particularly for recycling. This is $764,000. It's a big number. This has been budgeted and planned for, and this is really due to the increase of participation in our recycling efforts here in the city of Auburn. City Council approved a contract with W.W. Compton Contractors for the Jan Dempsey Community Arts Center renovation and additions project. This is $4.6 million. This is the final project in the city of Auburn's Parks and Rec master plan, phase 1, and we're excited about the additional uses that will occur at Jan Dempsey Arts Center. Also want to remind you that this will free up a lot of space at the Dean Road Rec Center, and in particular this will allow our therapeutics program to grow in the future. Under Mayor's announcements, I just want to say thank you for everybody that participated in different Veterans Day activities recently. We had a great ceremony here at the City of Auburn, even though we had to move indoors. I appreciate everybody's flexibility and what great attendance we had for that. But I also want to thank many of our senior facilities here in our community and certainly our schools that recognized our veterans, and thank you. I'm proud to be a part of a community that recognizes and appreciates our veterans. Recently, the Gooch Performing Arts Center renamed the Auburn Lawn and Porch the Carol and Bill Ham Amphitheater. That was a great ceremony to be a part of. I thank Auburn University for making that happen. I want to certainly thank President Roberts and former President Gooch for their leadership and naming that facility for Bill and Carol Ham. They have both done so much for our community in different ways over the years, and I'm proud to be their friend and proud to have their name permanently on our amphitheater here at Auburn University. This week's a great week for high school football in the city of Auburn. Our girls team at Auburn High School played their way into the state championship on November 30th. Congratulations to our ladies flag football team. Auburn High School plays in the Final Four this Friday night, and Lee Scott Academy plays for the state championship this week. All the best to all of those young men and women as they move forward. And we want to remind everybody that the Super 7 will be coming to the Auburn area November 30th through December 2nd. We'll have 16 teams from around the state that will descend on Auburn and play their championship games in Jordan-Hare Stadium. We thank Auburn University and Auburn Athletic Department for allowing us to conduct these activities on campus while classes are going on. And as visitors, as our visitors come to our community, we hope that all of us will welcome them to Auburn and help them find their way as they spend time in our community. And finally, I want to say thank you to everybody in our state for passing Amendment 1, a NISE law. This was very needed in our community, in our state, and it will keep the people who do not need to be roaming around our streets and in our communities off the streets and in jail where they belong. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you and your family. Safe travels. This is Mayor Ron Anders with the Mayor's Minutes.